I started piercing when I was 17 years old. I was working in a tattoo studio that didn't have much of a great reputation, so I was kind of thrown in the deep end. And I've been piercing for 5 years now, so I'm coming up in 22 years old. There's quite a lot changed even in the past year, not even considering when I started piercing, looking more at just in the past 6 months. There's been a lot in the industry that's changed. So it's been an interesting journey. The first piercings that I got in my first introduction to the industry was when I was around maybe 12 or 13 years old. It was mainly music that I was listening to at the time. Some of the artists involved had quite a couple of piercings, and that's what I found most interesting. So it kind of it showed me what it was like to have a different look about yourself and to have more control of your body, and rather than just the standard of, say, wearing makeup and wearing something different. It was a different way of expressing yourself. So I always found that really interesting. And having friends in school that had a lot of body piercings, it was more of a competition at the time, just to try and see who could get the most and whose parents would let them get like the craziest piercings and wear the biggest jewellery and all that kind of stuff. So getting control of that situation and now getting to work with people that were in the same place that I was a couple of years back was really interesting, getting more of an outer perspective of it. So yeah, it's been 5 years of not only working with the public and getting to see a different side of the public, but more so getting to own a business and getting to really learn more about myself. My job is a professional body piercer. There's quite a lot of work entailed in it. There's the standard side of body piercing, which involves, as you do in certain jewellery. There's a lot of work in jewellery production, and ensuring that you're creating a sterile environment for the client, making sure you've got a nice bedside manner as well, and just making everything nice and comfortable so that when the client walks through the door, you know that they're going to feel at home no matter what. As providing a service and raising standards of an industry that hasn't really been well kept in the country we live in. So it's just more a matter of making everything a lot more acceptable and more a household environment instead of giving it a, a bit more of an aggressive reputation, considering the past history the industry has. But yeah. Since getting my first piercing at 14 and having up to, I think it was around 30 to 40 piercings altogether from the age of 14 until like 21. I've always been around tattoo studios, even from a younger age, 14. One of my first proper memories on a day out with my mum is going up to the tattoo shop that I got my first piercings at. And I just remember this big, like 6 foot tall, really burly, scary guy coming up to me and just looking down on me and being like, "You can't come in here." And I was only 3 at the time. I just remember looking up at him and being like, "I have to go in there. Really. I need to find out what's going on inside that room." So when it came up to my 18th birthday, I was really excited for my first tattoo. And it's something like, I'd thought about all the different things that I wanted, like loads of different bands to listen to, and I wanted like big logos all over the place. And when it actually came to my 18th birthday, the piece I got was absolutely nothing to do with anything that I planned out beforehand. And it started a chain reaction, and it started the whole, I'm gonna just get what I want, and this will be really great. And tattoos are permanent, but I'm young, so just let's go for it. And it was only, I got a couple of small pieces, and then once I started working in the studio that I'm still working in just now, I met an artist who I felt confident enough to trust with one of the larger pieces that I've always wanted. So I was an accident when I was born. I wasn't really, like, my great-grandmother wasn't meant to be a great-grandmother, so she never really left me anything in the will. And as far as family goes, all my aunties and all my cousins kind of got all the pieces of jewellery that I really liked, and all the different heirlooms that I felt would keep me closely tied to my family. So I felt it's a way of expressing my love for my family, and always having them beside me, and always being able to have that nice connection and have them with me. So the first majorly big tattoo I got was portraits of my great-grandmother and my great-grandfather. And my great-grandmother's my namesake, so her name's Esther as well. And we've always been ridiculously tight no matter what. We've just been really close. We've always had a really nice connection. She's always been the one that if I couldn't speak to anyone else in the family, I could always go and speak to her about any subject. So it's built up a lot now, and it's turned into like way more than just a portrait, which is really nice. But with every part of the tattoos that I've got, I can tell a story that would last for at least an hour about the day that I got it, or about this member of family, or some sort of nice anecdote about something we done together when I was younger. So my tattoos, for me, they're more like a diary of things that have happened throughout my life and keystone events that I really want to keep a hold of. And even if it's something really silly, like I went to see a band with my best mate, but I had a really good night out.
Hiya, I'm Laura. I've just come out of the tattoo studio. I've just got pierced by Esther. It's my industrial piercing. It was a wee bit painful, but it was alright. And